Hey guys, Hitman89 here, I hope you're doing great. Last week we had the best PS5 games of 2024, check it out if you missed it. And today, we're gonna be looking at the 12 best open world games to play right now. Just so you know, I picked the best games of 2022, 2023, and the first half of 2024. Let's have a look at the first one. If you like games that let you create the hero of your dreams, then get Dragon's Dogma 2. Seriously though, despite its horrible optimization and outdated graphics, especially on console, Dragon's Dogma 2 is one of the best games I played this year. Traveling on foot for a big chunk of the game was truly enjoyable, exploring the world during the day, going from one village to another, doing some side quests, and getting attacked by a bunch of goblins, wolves, ogres, and even griffins is always fun, cause the combat system is deep and unique. I don't think there are that many games out there that let you grab onto your enemies, climb them, and hope you get to stab them enough times before you run out of stamina and get the shit beaten out of you. Nighttime makes Dragon's Dogma even more interesting, cause there are zombies, ghosts, and skeletons, plus you can barely see anything. It's almost pitch black. By the way, you won't be traveling through this huge world on your own. You'll have 3 pawns to keep you company, fight alongside you, and spam the shit out of you with the same lines over and over again. Now, let me show you the second game on my list. On Assassin's Creed Mirage, you play as Basim. No, not Basim Yusuf. I shat on this game a couple of times before, but all jokes aside, if you can somehow get over the horrible AI, Mirage is a good game. The open world here isn't as interesting as, let's say, Odyssey's, but at least this one will appeal to the OG Assassin's Creed fans, cause it tries to go back to the series roots and it's not an 80-hour long RPG. Moving on to number 3, if Enshrouded was just a survival game, I would not put it on this list, but it's also a voxel-based open world RPG. The NPCs you rescue here can be summoned at your base and they will give you plenty of quests to do, so you always have many objectives and you won't find yourself aimlessly wandering around. In my opinion, what makes exploration different here is that there are tons of shrouds in this world, and as soon as you enter one, a timer starts, and when it reaches 0, you die. So you have to explore quickly, do your quests or gather the resource you came looking for, and get out. Now, you'll need a torch or any light source if you want to do some nighttime exploration, cause no matter how hard you squint at your screen, you won't see shit. There are also dungeons and outposts if you want some more fights and loot, so that's awesome, but since this is an early access game, you'll still see enemies stuck in the ground every now and then. 25 years after the original Outcast game, we finally got a sequel, but I only recommend getting this one on sale cause performance is still terrible, the lip sync job is horrendous, the voice acting is laughably bad, and the cutscenes are locked to 30 FPS. So why am I recommending you this game? Cause I hate you. Nah, it's cause this old school action adventure game has an interesting and diverse world to explore, and once you unlock the jetpack, it gets much more fun. So if you don't mind playing a game where you hear a bunch of fake alien words... Amanor Nekar! Wait, did he just say the N-word? Let's quickly move on to the next game before YouTube starts demonetizing my shit. Not gonna lie, I'm a graphics whore, so even though I'm really not into Horizon's world cause I hate robots, I'm now playing Horizon Forbidden West Complete Edition on PC for its breathtaking graphics. Whether you're on PS5 or PC, you need to get this game. Seriously, flying around or even just running, swimming, and looking at this beautiful world is already enjoyable. So when you add the improved combat system, which is a mix of ranged and melee, or the side quests that will keep you busy for a while, you get a great open world game. Next, we have another PlayStation game that's coming to PC. Ghost of Tsushima is basically the opposite of a Ubisoft game, so instead of filling the screen with all sorts of useless information, here the HUD is super minimalistic. You can use the wind to guide you, and you can also follow birds and foxes to find some items and interesting locations. Obviously, while riding your horse or just walking around, you'll come across plenty of enemies that you can challenge to a standoff and turn them into shawarma. Or if you're a little bitch like me, you can hide, sneak up on them, and take them out one by one. What? That's what a real man would do. Now I've beaten Elden Ring back in 2022 and I've been waiting for a DLC since. And I don't know about you, but personally I started warming up cause at the moment of making this video, Shadow of the Erdtree is only a month away. I might be wrong here, but I think Elden Ring is probably the only game I played on PS5, Series X, and now on PC. So if you like exploring the world and finding an optional boss fight, a secret cave, or maybe a chest behind an illusory wall, then Elden Ring is the game you need. It's so awesome, it always makes me forget that it looks like an upscaled PS3 game. Speaking of shitty graphics, the 8th game on my list is none other than Tears of the Kingdom. The awesome physics and AI are what made me love Breath of the Wild, and this one is basically more of the same. Well, with the addition of creative tools like Ultra Hand and Fuse, so you can craft all kinds of stuff. And just to let you guys know, I don't have a Switch, so I played Tears of the Kingdom on PC, and if you wanna do the same, just Google it and I'm sure you'll figure it out. Another game you can play unconventionally on PC is Spider-Man 2. Honestly, I haven't tried it long enough to tell you if it's perfectly playable or not, but as you can see, it actually works. Anyway, back to the actual game. Apart from doing the main story missions, you can swing through the city and respond to emergency calls, so you'll be fighting a bunch of thugs and probably getting your ass kicked because the game is challenging. You can also fly around using your wingsuit, which makes you go faster, and it's also a lot of fun. Oh, and this time around you have 2 playable characters, well 3 if you count Venom, but he's only playable for 1 mission, and I'm not really into all this superhero stuff, so I'm just gonna move on to the next game. If you took Ghost of Tsushima, turned it into a full-blown RPG, and made it look and run like an early PS3 game, you'd get Rise of the Ronin. And while we were exploring this world that's set in 19th century Japan, you'll most likely come across this white wolf that'll lead you to some interesting items. You'll also see some bandits robbing or even killing merchants. Like here, I was riding my horse and I saw this poor merchant surrounded by bandits, so you can obviously kill the bandits and rescue the guy, or you could just ignore him like I did. Jumping from high places and gliding is fun, you can obviously use it for exploration, but also in combat because you can assassinate your enemies this way. Now if you're a huge Harry Potter fan, then you've probably already played Hogwarts Legacy, but I'm still gonna talk about it a little bit because I can't just move on to the last game like that. I love how animated the environments are. Also, when you're walking around, try talking to the NPCs and you'll get some side quests, which is nice, even though it's usually a fetch quest. Still the best Harry Potter game, and it's also available on every single platform, so I don't know how they made it work on Switch. But hey, last but not motherfucking least, we have Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. I really like how beautiful and different the world is, even in terms of gameplay. For example, having to pull the trigger a certain way to gather a plant or hack a machine. I don't know about you, but personally, the more interactive a game is, the better. Since you play as a Navi, you're actually very tall, and I don't know if that's a good thing, cause your enemies can only hit you in the dick. Other than that, this plays a little bit like a Far Cry game, and it's got shitty AI, like every Ubisoft game out there, but all around the game is more than decent, so maybe pick it up when it's on sale. And that's gonna be it for the best open world games to play right now. Like I said in the intro, I only picked games from 2022, 2023 and 2024 so far, but if you want me to make a video going back more than just 2 years, maybe 5 or 6, let me know that in the comments down below. For now, I hope this video helped you find a couple of good games to play. If it did, a thumbs up and a subscription would help me out tremendously. Next week we'll have the best survival games, so stay tuned. It's been Hitman89, see you guys very soon.
I will not stop, I am prepared to get to the top, yeah, you must be rare. God, I'm like, hey.